Article 110.3b of the National Electrical Code, also known as NFPA 70, specifically addresses the installation and use of listed or labeled equipment. This section is a cornerstone of electrical safety, ensuring that electrical components and systems are installed in accordance with their intended purpose and manufacturer's instructions. Firstly, it is crucial to understand the definitions of listed and labeled as they pertain to electrical equipment. Listed means that the equipment has been evaluated by a recognized testing laboratory or certification organization and found to meet specific safety standards. These organizations, such as Underwriters Laboratories, or UL, Intertech, or CSA Group, assess the equipment's design, construction, and performance to verify its compliance with applicable safety requirements. Secondly, labeled refers to equipment that has a label, symbol, or other identifying mark from a recognized testing laboratory indicating that it has been tested and meets appropriate standards. The label typically includes information about the equipment's ratings, limitations, and intended use. Article 110.3b mandates that all listed or labeled equipment be installed and used in strict accordance with any instructions included in the listing or labeling. This means that installers and users must carefully review the manufacturer's instructions, technical specifications, and any other relevant documentation provided with the equipment. Failing to adhere to these instructions can lead to improper installation, equipment malfunction, electrical hazards, and potential safety risks. The requirements outlined in Article 110.3b apply to a wide range of electrical equipment, including but not limited to wiring devices, circuit breakers, transformers, luminaires, and control panels. Regardless of the type of equipment, it is essential to ensure that it is properly listed or labeled and that it is installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Proper installation practices are critical for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. Article 110.3b is not merely a suggestion, it is a mandatory requirement of the National Electrical Code. Compliance with this section is essential for protecting people and property from electrical hazards. Failure to comply can result in code violations, fines, and potential liability in the event of an accident or injury. When installing listed or labeled equipment, it is important to consider several key factors. 1. Ensure that the equipment is suitable for the intended application and environment. For example, equipment installed in wet or damp locations must be specifically designed and listed for such use. 2. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for proper mounting, wiring, and grounding. Use the correct tools and techniques to avoid damaging the equipment or creating unsafe conditions. 3. Verify that the equipment's voltage, current, and power ratings are compatible with the electrical system to which it will be connected. Overloading or misapplying equipment can lead to overheating, equipment failure, and fire hazards. 4. Pay attention to any specific instructions or warnings provided by the manufacturer regarding the use of the equipment. These instructions may include information about proper maintenance, operating limitations, and potential safety hazards. 5. If you are unsure about any aspect of the installation, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer for guidance. It is always better to err on the side of caution and seek expert advice when dealing with electrical equipment. Article 110.3b plays a crucial role in ensuring electrical safety and preventing electrical accidents. By requiring the proper installation and use of listed or labeled equipment, this section helps to minimize the risk of electrical shock, fire, and other hazards. Compliance with Article 110.3b is not only a legal requirement, but also a moral obligation. Electrical professionals have a responsibility to ensure that all electrical installations are performed safely and in accordance with applicable codes and standards. It is crucial to stay up to date with the latest versions of the National Electrical Code and any other relevant regulations. Electrical codes and standards are constantly evolving to reflect new technologies, materials, and safety practices. Continuing education and professional development are essential for staying informed and maintaining competency in the electrical field. In addition to Article 110.3b, there may be other sections of the National Electrical Code that are relevant to the installation of listed or labeled equipment. It is important to review the entire code to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. For example, Article 300 addresses wiring methods and materials, while Article 400 covers flexible cords and cables. These and other articles may contain specific requirements for the installation of listed or labeled equipment in certain applications. Furthermore, it is important to be aware of any local amendments or interpretations of the National Electrical Code. Local jurisdictions may have their own specific requirements that are more stringent than the National Code. Consult with local electrical inspectors or code officials to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. The use of listed or labeled equipment is not only important for safety but also for ensuring the quality and reliability of electrical systems. Listed or labeled equipment has been tested and evaluated to meet specific performance standards, providing assurance that it will function as intended. Using substandard or unlisted equipment can compromise the performance of the electrical system and increase the risk of equipment failure. In addition to the safety and performance benefits, using listed or labeled equipment can also help to simplify the inspection process. Electrical inspectors are more likely to approve installations that use listed or labeled equipment as it demonstrates compliance with established safety standards. This can save time and money by avoiding costly rework or delays. The process of obtaining listing or labeling for electrical equipment involves rigorous testing and evaluation. Manufacturers must submit their equipment to a recognized testing laboratory for evaluation. The testing laboratory will conduct a series of tests to assess the equipment's safety, performance, and compliance with applicable standards. If the equipment passes the tests, the testing laboratory will issue a listing or labeling, authorizing the manufacturer to mark the equipment with the laboratory's mark. The listing or labeling mark provides assurance to consumers and installers that the equipment has been independently evaluated and meets established safety standards. It is important to note that the listing or labeling process is not a one-time event. Manufacturers must maintain ongoing compliance with the testing laboratory's requirements to retain their listing or labeling. This may involve periodic retesting, inspections, and audits. The testing laboratory may also conduct follow-up inspections to ensure that the equipment continues to meet the applicable standards. In conclusion, Article 110.3b of the National Electrical Code is a critical provision for ensuring the safe and proper installation of listed or labelled equipment. Compliance with this section is essential for protecting people and property from electrical hazards and for ensuring the quality and reliability of electrical systems. By following the manufacturer's instructions and adhering to applicable codes and standards, electrical professionals can help to create a safer electrical environment for everyone. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the National Electrical Code and any applicable local amendments or interpretations. Stay informed about new technologies, materials, and safety practices to maintain competency in the electrical field. And if you are ever unsure about any aspect of an electrical installation, seek guidance from a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. The importance of proper grounding and bonding practices cannot be overstated. Grounding and bonding are essential for providing a safe path for fault current to flow back to the source, which helps to trip circuit breakers or ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, and prevent electrical shock hazards. Article 250 of the National Electrical Code provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems. It is important to follow these requirements carefully to ensure that the electrical system is properly grounded and bonded. Surge protection is another important consideration for electrical safety. Surge protective devices, or SPDs, are designed to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges, which can be caused by lightning strikes, utility switching, or other events. SPD can help to prevent damage to sensitive electronic equipment and reduce the risk of fire. Article 280 of the National Electrical Code provides requirements for surge protection. It is important to select and install SPD that are appropriate for the specific application and to follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation and maintenance. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone has a role to play in preventing electrical accidents. Homeowners, building owners, and employers should all take steps to ensure that their electrical systems are safe and well maintained. This includes regular inspections, repairs, and upgrades as needed. It also includes educating employees and family members about electrical safety practices. By working together, we can create a safer electrical environment for everyone. Remember that electricity can be dangerous if not handled properly. Always exercise caution when working with electricity and follow all applicable safety codes and standards. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work, hire a licensed electrician to do the job. Your safety and the safety of others depend on it. The National Electrical Code is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical topics. It is important to have a thorough understanding of the code to ensure that electrical installations are performed safely and in compliance with applicable requirements. The code is updated every 3 years to reflect new technologies, materials, and safety practices. It is important to stay up to date with the latest edition of the code to ensure that you are following the most current requirements. There are many resources available to help you learn about the National Electrical Code. These resources include textbooks, training courses, and online resources. You can also consult with electrical inspectors or code officials for guidance. Investing in electrical safety training is a smart decision. Electrical safety training can help you to develop the knowledge and skills you need to work safely with electricity. There are many different types of electrical safety training available, ranging from basic awareness courses to advanced technical training. Choose a training program that is appropriate for your skill level and job responsibilities. Always to energize electrical equipment before working on it. This is the most important safety precaution you can take to prevent electrical shock. Before working on any electrical equipment, turn off the power at the circuit breaker or fuse box. Use a voltage tester to verify that the equipment is de-energized. Follow lockout-tagout procedures to prevent the equipment from being accidentally re-energized while you are working on it. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, when working with electricity. PPE can help to protect you from electrical shock, burns, and other injuries. Common types of PPE for electrical work include safety glasses, gloves, and insulated tools. Make sure that your PPE is in good condition and that it is appropriate for the task you are performing. Inspect electrical equipment regularly for signs of damage or wear. Damaged or worn electrical equipment can be a safety hazard. Look for frayed wires, cracked insulation, loose connections, and other signs of damage. Replace any damaged or worn electrical equipment immediately. Use electrical equipment only for its intended purpose. Do not overload electrical circuits or extension cords. Overloading electrical circuits or extension cords can cause them to overheat and create a fire hazard. Use the correct size and type of wire for electrical circuits. The size and type of wire used for an electrical circuit must be appropriate for the amount of current it will carry. Using undersized or incorrect wire can cause the wire to overheat and create a fire hazard. Keep electrical equipment away from water. Water is a good conductor of electricity. Keep electrical equipment away from water to prevent electrical shock. If electrical equipment gets wet, do not use it until it has been thoroughly dried. Be aware of your surroundings when working with electricity. Be aware of other people, objects, and potential hazards in your work area. Work in a well-lit area and avoid distractions. Never work on electrical equipment when you are tired or under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Get help if you need it. If you are not comfortable working on electrical equipment, or if you are unsure about how to do something, get help from a qualified electrician. It is always better to be safe than sorry. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following these tips, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and injuries.